In this video, I'm going to show you how to construct our killer headline. Okay, now there's hundreds of variations of headlines at the moment going around, so one size will not fit all. But I'm going to show you what's working for me. Okay, and this is an absolute killer of a headline, and I'll show you why in a second. It's very powerful, and since I've used this headline, actually I've seen ways of improving it, and I will improve it. That's another thing as well. Make sure that you split test. I can give you the best stuff that I know, but you might find something better, or it might not convert as well for you as it did for me. Okay, so I mean, I want you to test out my stuff against your stuff. Always split test, no matter what. Do not take anybody's word for it, not mine, anybody, or a guru or whatever. Okay, I want you to test all this. Anyway, let me break down my main headline and show you why it's converting so well. Okay, I'm going to go really deep into some psychological stuff as well. Okay, right, first of all, it starts off here. You are about to get. Okay, now if you study NLP and persuasion and things like that, basically it's a presupposition, and when you talk to somebody when it's already they're presuming that they're going to get it, it's like presuming the sale. The more inclined to go along with what you're saying. I mean, if you read sales pages or watch video sales letters now, you'll notice little things like they'll say, when you sign up today. They never say if you sign up today. Okay, so I want you to not only put that in your headline, but put it through your entire sales copy and your squeeze page sales copy, where it's a presupposition where you're presuming the sale. You're already presuming that they're going to opt in anyway. Okay, so yeah, so that's one aspect here. You're about to get ready to, and things like that. Okay, now I'm going to show you another thing about this headline, and it's got 8 benefits in there. I don't think I've ever seen a headline that's packed as many benefits as this. Okay, so I'm going to break it down now. You're about to get instant access, right? That's something that's another benefit. When you opt in, you're gonna get instant access. You're not gonna get it mailed tomorrow. You're not gonna get it in an hour. You're not gonna get it this time next year. You're gonna get instant access. Okay, so basically that's one benefit there. Access to the exact. Okay, now what that basically means is that you're going to get access to the exact system. This is not a watered down system. You're not going to opt in and then be upsold to the proper course, and this is just like the diluted version. Okay, so you're going to get the exact system. And then here's another one, benefit number 3, noob proof system. Okay, that means that it's absolutely beginner and anybody can apply what I'm going to teach today. Okay, I use right now. Okay, so basically what I'm saying there, that this system that I'm using is it's current with today's times. It's up to date. It hasn't fallen behind or anything like that. What I'm teaching you right now, what you're about to instantly get, is it's current and it's working right now. Okay, now here's something that I haven't tested, but I will split test probably at some point in the next week. I'm thinking of putting I use in 2011 or whatever the year is. Okay, so that's something that I'm going to try, because I think that might help. Okay, because I'll tell you something else as well after I've done these benefits. So that's another benefit right now, or put the year in. To raking consistent, that's something else as well. To raking consistent every month. $4,000 every month. Okay, so that's basically saying that it's not just a one-off hit jackpot or once a blue moon or something like that. This system, what you're about to get, there's another presupposition, by the way. What you're about to get, it makes it consistent every month. It's not a one-off or a windfall, or it's not a once a blue moon. This will bring in money every month. Okay, consistently. On complete autopilot. That's another aspect, stroke benefit that people are looking for. Okay, people I'm really bad for it. I really want to do. I'm a big fan of set and forget. That's why I'm not really a big fan of Facebook and social media and Twitter and things like that, because it's something that you have to keep monitoring and be part of constantly. So that's another benefit that will apply to a lot of people, what they're looking for when they want to make money online, something that runs on complete autopilot. I know a lot of people are willing to put the grunt work up front, providing they get rewarded on the back end and it runs itself on complete autopilot. Okay, so on complete autopilot, using nothing but 100% free methods. Okay, that's another benefit, right? So it basically, when somebody sees that, they think, oh, I haven't got much of a budget or something like that. Don't worry, it uses 100% free methods. Okay, so that's really, really powerful. Last time I counted, actually I'll count them right now. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 benefits there, all in those 3.5 lines. Okay, so that's a really powerful headline. Feel free to model it. Don't copy it because it's what's working. Okay, but for me, it's my headline. But you can model it as much as you want. Okay, so there you go. That's one aspect to. Well, there's 2 aspects to making super powerful headlines. Okay. Now, the reason why you have those 8 benefits in there, you might have. There's a big chance that you've opted in to this into this squeeze page through me, and you might not have noticed all those 8 benefits consciously. Okay. Now, the reason why you have not noticed all those 8 benefits is because we're all at different stages of our internet marketing career. Okay, some people are more advanced than others. Some people are just starting out. So the benefit of having 8 benefits in there is basically, you will not see them all, but you will see the ones that apply to you. Okay, so if I was just starting out, I'd probably see new proof. Okay, a new proof system. 100% free methods. Okay, so if you're a beginner, those are the kind of things that you would consciously see in the headline that would apply to you, and you probably wouldn't pick up on the other benefits as much. Okay, right, so that's what I mean. So that's why I've packed so many little benefits in there, because it applies to so many people at so many different levels of their internet marketing journey. Okay, now, another thing you want to remember when you're doing headlines, you want to be super duper specific. Okay, and what I mean by this is you want to put numbers, figures, the exact amount. Okay, now here you've got $4,250.24. Okay, it makes it more believable when you put the exact amount, and that's true, by the way. I have pulled that in, and I've pulled more. Well, I've recorded that amount. I've done a little bit less, I've done less, and I've done more than that. But that's what I did when I wrote this squeeze page. So I mean, you could have one headline and say how I made a load of money in a short period of time, or a better headline would be how I pulled in $4,250 and 24 cents in 28 days, or something like that. Okay, now as you can see, I've put a figure there, and this is going back to the right now. Okay, I used in 2011, instead of putting. People love figures because it's more factual, it's more realistic. Okay, so if you can put figures in there, don't lie, by the way, tell the truth, but if you can put figures in there, it makes your squeeze page more credible and more factual and more believable. Okay, I mean, I've got here every month. I could put in every 28 days or every 30 days. Okay, now, truth be known, if I put in every 28 days, that'd probably convert better than every 30 days, because it's 30 days is like saying, like when you go, oh, it'll be 10 minutes. But if you say, oh, it'll be 8 minutes, it tends to stand out more, and I think, well, why has he said 8 minutes? It's more because it's more particular and it's more precise. Okay, so remember that. That's a really powerful thing there. Okay, so basically we talked about, you want to use presuppositions where you're presuming that they're going to opt in, as in like when you order today instead of if you order today, you're about to discover, and things like that. Okay, pack as many benefits for the reader as possible. And lastly but not least, use factual, specific numbers, dates and things like that, okay? Now, don't make sure to keep your headline as short and as punchy as possible. No fluff, okay? The more fluff you got in it, the more you're going to lose the reader, okay? So if you've got more to say, use a sub-headline, okay? Now, I normally, 9 times out of 10, start my headlines with best part, okay? Now, the reason why I use best part is because once I've read that, and then I've highlighted that in yellow, and they're thinking, whoa, there's more to come, and that wasn't even the best part. So it kind of like pushes them to read the next part, okay? So let me break this down as well for an extremely limited time. Now, that it's not an explicit, but it's an implicit. Explicit is where you flat out says something, where if you don't like somebody, you say I don't like you. But that's more implicit, as in like it doesn't flat out say it; it just implies it. Okay, so that implies that it's not going to be available forever. Okay, so I want them to act now. I'm giving away the entire, that's another benefit there. That's going back to the exact, okay, the exact system, the entire rapid cache system, absolutely free, okay. So that's a really powerful word in the world of sales copy, in copywriting and in marketing, okay. So try and use free as much as possible. I've used it there as well. I should imagine I've used it in the bullets down here as well, okay. Here's a tip for you: never ever use cheap. Okay, if you ever imply that if you ever use if you ever talk about something that's cheap about your product, you're basically saying your product is cheap. Okay, so use free instead. Okay, and always imply scarcity, like I have there. Okay. All you have to do is tell me where to send it, okay? Now, you probably haven't noticed, but that's quite a sneaky line that I've put in there. I could have said, give me your email and I'll email it to you. Now, the problem is people don't like giving their emails out, okay? They basically see their email as a form of currency. So, and I want to avoid that. I really want to sell them on the idea. So when it comes to giving me their email address, or when it comes to asking for their email, they'll be more obliged to do it, okay? So they see email as a form of currency. Plus, they also see the email as like a personal address. It's not as bad, but they think that giving their email address is like giving their home address away. Okay, so what I've done, I've reworded it and put it: all you have to do is tell me where to send it. And I've put an exclamation mark, you know, to make out it's really exciting and it's really fast paced, and you know you're gonna really dig this kind of thing. Okay, so that's how you construct a killer headline and a sub headline. Okay.